It's amazing how facts are biased. I pointed out factual information about the Obama administration, and you say I'm biased towards Obama because he came out of Chicago. What about facts are biased? What did I say in that video? I said that Obama oversaw the longest streak of uninterrupted private sector job growth in American history. That's a fact. That's a verifiable fact. That doesn't make me biased, no more than it would make you biased if you repeated that fact. That's what it was. The longest streak of uninterrupted private sector job growth in American history. You want some more facts about the Obama administration? Under the Obama administration, the stock market doubled and unemployment was cut in half. Under the Obama administration, we were brought back from the worst recession since the Great Depression. That's what Obama was handed. Obama cut government spending by 2/3. 22 million more Americans had health coverage when Obama walked out the front door of the White House than the day he walked into the White House. He saved the auto industry. If Barack Obama was named Barry Smith, was white and a Republican, and did all of the things he did in the same 8-year period, you guys would be demanding his face be carved into Mount Rushmore. Now, don't get me wrong, not everything Obama did was great, not by a long shot, right? But at the end of the day, his numbers were rock solid. Rock solid. Everything shows he was handed one of the worst economies in decades, and he turned it around and had everything on the upward trend, with the exception of unemployment, which was on the downward trend. All of it is factual, verifiable information, but to you, it's bias. Why? Because you don't like the guy. And therein lies the problem. I despise Donald Trump, but at least I can look at Donald Trump and go, hey, he funded historically black colleges and universities. That's a good thing that he needs to be accredited with. He got rid of some of the red tape in order for us to be able to get the vaccine out quicker than we would normally be able to get out. He needs to be credited with that. You know, certain things he did, I do credit him with because they were good things. But you guys can't bring yourself to credit a Democrat for fucking anything that was good. Nothing. In my lifetime, I have watched Republican administration after Republican administration after Republican administration tank our fucking economy, and Democratic administration after Democratic administration after Democratic administration fix the messes. Ronald Reagan came in the early 80s, and he cut taxes more than any president in the history of this country. And as a result, we had insane inflation that we already had under Jimmy Carter, but it got worse for a period of time under Ronald Reagan. We blew a massive hole in the debt and deficit. We started stealing or borrowing from the Social Security Trust Fund. And then Ronald Reagan himself had to raise taxes 14 times in 7 years to try and right the ship, and he never could. Enter Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, Democratic president, worked with a Republican Congress. And what happened under Bill Clinton? We righted the ship from Ronald Reagan. And for the last 6 of Bill Clinton's 8 years in office, we ran a surplus. 22 million new jobs created in 8 years, and we were running a surplus rather than a deficit. When's the last time you heard of a presidential administration running a surplus? Bill Clinton. Enter George W. Bush. He gets the Bush tax cuts, we start 2 wars, and the economy goes off a fucking cliff. When he leaves office, we're shedding 700,000 jobs a month. We're in the worst recession since the Great Depression. As a matter of fact, Obama and McCain had to take time off from running for president in order to come back and vote on measures to be able to try and help save the economy. Enter Barack Obama. Boom, we get back on the upward trend. Obama puts it all back. He fixes the economy. We're growing again. People's portfolios are looking great. Unemployment's at lows that we haven't seen in quite some time. Enter Donald Trump. He gets the 2017 Trump tax cuts, and the economy plateaus again. He oversees the creation of 1.4 million fewer jobs in his first 3 years than Obama did in his last 3 years, and then he ignores a global pandemic, and he becomes the first president in my lifetime to leave office with fewer people working than when he came into office. Enter Joe Biden. What does he do? He gets us back to pre-pandemic employment levels, plus millions of new jobs. We get the Infrastructure Act. We get the CHIPS Act. We're starting to rebuild our infrastructure, starting to invest in our economy. The stock market goes fucking bonkers. We're seeing all-time record highs. People's 401ks are looking better than they ever have. Unemployment is at a 60-plus year low. And now we're going to hand the keys back over to Donald Trump. The fuck you think we're going to look like by 2028? It's going to be a shit show. And you know it. And the cycle continues.